Biafra will soon teach Nigeria a lesson, Onwuka claims. A lot of critical anniversaries occurred in Nigeria last week. May 29 marked the 21st year of non-stop democracy in Nigeria. That is the largest period Nigeria has experienced democratic rule. It was the 5th anniversary of the President, Major General Muhammad Buhari, in office. It was also the first anniversary of Buhari's second term, which means he has 3 more years in office. Last week, May 30th, also marked the 53rd anniversary of the Declaration of the Republic of Biafra, which led to the Nigerian Civil War of 1967 to 1970. This year also marks the 50 years since the end of that gruesome war. Many other countries have taken deliberate steps to heal the wounds of their people after a war, genocide, or major crisis to ensure there is no repeat. But Nigeria has not learned enduring lessons from that war and does not make genuine attempts to ensure that the mistakes that led to the war are not repeated. The only concrete action Nigeria takes is to ensure that the war is never discussed and that people are treated and blackmailed anytime any issue concerning the war is raised. Ironically, the Nigerian president or vice president visits other countries like Rwanda, Liberia, and Sierra Leone when they celebrate the anniversaries of their own wars. They even give speeches, lay rods, and unveil canotaphs at such ceremonies. However, in despite of the posturing of Nigerian leaders on the issue of unity, most of their policies and actions directly work against the unity of Nigeria. For example, on every official document that is meant to be filed for any Nigerian agency or state, government agency, immediately after the column for name, the next column is state of origin and local government area of origin. Ironically, Nigeria should be the only country in the world which does not have any special way of knowing who is a citizen. A non-Nigerian can easily obtain a Nigerian passport or national identity card or voter's card just by claiming that they are from any state or local government area in Nigeria. Yet, such a country that is grossly deficient in record keeping and documentation is always eager to ask its citizens to identify themselves through their state of origin and local government area of origin. The reason for this is not to have records of the demographics of people, but to profile people and know who should be given what job or benefit and who should not be given. To beat this, many Nigerians change their names and claim certain states and local government areas which are seen as favored. In contrast, Rwanda has been one of the best examples of how to heal a country and ensure that there is no repeat of genocide and war. Unlike Nigeria, which preaches unity but practices official profiling of its citizens based on their states of origin and ethnic groups. Rwanda made a law after the 1994 genocide, making it an offense to ask people their ethnicity. Every Rwandan is simply a Rwanda. That is honesty. That is a country that wants to create a strong and united country. In addition, Rwanda has ensured that canotaphs, memorials, and events concerning the genocide are created across the nation. Books and documentaries of the genocide have been produced and made available to the people. Children are taught the stories of the genocide and shown proofs. All this is to ensure that the evil of the genocide is not forgotten. To avoid a repeat, but before this, genuine reconciliation was created through the Truth Commission, which allowed the people to confess what they did wrong and seek forgiveness from the people whose family members they killed or injured. The International Criminal Tribunal for Rwanda, based in Tanzania, and other Rwanda communities courts also tried and convicted many people for their roles in the genocide. People were encouraged to forgive those who wronged them. Every year, the genocide is celebrated. Sometimes other heads of state are invited. In July 2019, Vice President Yemi Osibajo represented President Muhammadu Buhari in Kigali at the ceremony tagged 25th anniversary of the liberation of Rwanda. The anniversary lasted 100 days to coincide with the 100 days the massacre lasted. Osibajo said inter alia, if you listen to some of the speeches here today, it is very obvious that the wounds for Rwanda were very deep and they are still healing. So 25 years on, you can still feel the pain. You can still hear in their speeches, in their voices, and in their experiences that this is a very deep wound. Conversely, Nigeria has taken official steps to wipe out the events concerning the Biafra war and the massacre that precipitated it from history. It is not taught in any school or officially discussed in public. Any person who mentions Biafra or any of the bloody events that occurred between 1966 and early 1970 publicly is blackmailed with the warning that they are asking for war. As far as Nigeria is concerned, the best way to address the issue concerning the Biafran war is to quash it. As long as it is not mentioned or discussed, it will die a natural death. Ironically, things don't work that way. Even the Holocaust that ended in 1945 is still remembered, discussed, and analyzed. 75 years after the American Civil War, which ended in 1865, is still remembered and discussed. Countless books and films are still produced on them. That is why the issue of Biafra have continued to rear their head. A new generation will never witnessed the war has emerged and is bent on discussing the issues concerning the war. That generation has chosen May 30th as dates to remember those who lost their lives in the massacre of 1966 and the war that followed it. Thank you for listening to this news. I'm not surprised because Nigeria will not really want Biafra to be mentioned anywhere or anytime because they know they are totally and truly at fault, and they know they are evil, the evil things that they did to Biafrans during the war. They know they are at fault. They know their deeds. Even Gowon himself, to date, is still regretting his dubious acts, how he deceived and told the Nigerians to deny the Biafrans food, that by so doing they will be able to get rid of them. A lot of them, both the ones that have died and the ones that are still alive, especially the ones that are still alive, they are even the ones that doesn't even want to hear anything concerning that. Is President Buhari not among the troops that fought the Biafrans? That is why he will never want the republic to be actualized in his administration. That is why he will not even want to use his ear to hear or know about the actualization of Biafra, and that is why he is doing everything humanly possible to fight against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's dream of actualization. So I'm not surprised that this is happening. You have actually spoken well, but then the truth must be told. Biafra must be actualized. Then it was with war, but this time around it will be actualized without violence or without war. So my viewers, what is your take on this? Please don't forget, they are of great importance. Don't forget to leave them behind. Click on the subscription buttons as well as bell button to receive more updates. Thank you.